Hello, it's great to be back with all of you again today. And I have a very special guest, Vishal Sinha, Senior Vice President and General Manager at Nutanix. He leads the unified storage product line. Vishal, great to see you.
Good to see you again, Jeremy.
Thank you for joining us today. Maybe for our audience, you could tell a little bit about what you do at Nutanix and your journey at the company.
I joined Nutanix around 11 years ago, around the time when Nutanix shipped its first product. Nutanix had a bold vision to simplify the data center. Those days, the data centers were built using silos of compute, storage, and networking. And Nutanix's vision was to converge all these silos onto a single platform called hyperconverged infrastructure. My journey started out with the HCI platform. I helped build out the team and some of the capabilities of that platform. But soon after, I took on the additional responsibility of building the Nutanix Unified Storage product. In the beginning, I was more focused on the product building part of it. And then in the last several years, I have taken on the go-to-market responsibilities as well. So I spend most of my time working with customers and valuable partners like yourself to get NES in the hands of thousands of customers.
Wow. It's been a lot of success that you saw with the original product line, and I know that Nutanix Unified Storage has been growing rapidly and seeing a lot of adoption in the market. What differentiates Nutanix Unified Storage from other storage solutions that are out there?
Yeah. Nutanix Unified Storage is a software-defined scale-out storage solution. Unlike other traditional storage solutions which are hardware-centric, Nutanix Unified Storage is agnostic to the hardware, which means you can deploy it anywhere, at the edge, in the core, or in the cloud.
Wow.
It is also extremely simple to deploy and easy to manage, right? It is very scalable. You can start out with 1 terabyte of storage and scale it to hundreds of petabytes of storage. And NES also delivers exceptional performance and density. And these are powered by Micron's high-capacity NVMe drives. We choose those drives for their performance, efficiency, and quality, making them ideal for modern data-driven enterprises.
Well, thank you for working with us on that front. And I hear from customers all the time, I hear from our internal teams that the flexibility that you talk about, because there are so many different applications in the data center now, so many different ways to use storage, on the edge, like you said, in the core, hybrid, in the cloud, on-prem, that flexibility is critical to making the most of our infrastructure. So seems like a great product offering.
Absolutely. And I'm very excited to work with you and your team at Micron. I know we have been using the Micron 6500 30 terabyte drives in Nutanix Unified Storage. But I know also Micron is not only a supplier, but also a big customer.
That's true.
You have a big deployment base. So any feedback that you have on why you chose Nutanix?
So we use Nutanix pretty extensively in our infrastructure, and they've been a fantastic solution provider for us. Now, I could tell you more about all of the capabilities and the other services that you provide, but I think it would be even better to hear directly from Anand Bal, our Senior Vice President and Chief Information Officer, who's standing by in the Micron data center right now. Anand?
Thanks, Jeremy. I'm currently on site at our data center here in Boise. Let me first start by saying how much we value our partnership with Nutanix. We selected Nutanix HCI as our private cloud solution to simplify and consolidate our infrastructure, enhance efficiency, and support our digital transformation. Nutanix's solution has enabled cost savings and scalability through various workloads, including containerization and virtualization. However, we've also seen significant improvement in our workload performance, our asset utilization, and it's driven significant reduction in our data center complexity as a result of the transition. One of the other reasons we selected Nutanix was because they offer flexibility in selecting server OEMs. This has allowed us to ensure high performance and reliability of our data centers with our own Micron memory and SSDs. Our Nutanix HCI footprint is approximately 750 nodes and 35,000 cores deployed globally across 20 diverse locations. This footprint includes almost 2 petabytes of Micron DRAM and roughly 75 petabytes of Micron NVMe drives. In addition to our HCI partnership, we're currently piloting Nutanix's unified storage solution to further modernize our infrastructure, our unstructured data storage, simplify data management, and continue to enhance our overall efficiency. As you can see, we have a great technology partner with Nutanix who's enabling our IT business strategies here at Micron. We're tremendously excited about our future together with Nutanix, and with that, back to you, Jeremy.
Wow, thank you, Anand. That's so great. Thank you for taking time out of your day to share more about the special relationship between Nutanix and Micron. And thank you for helping us to build a much stronger infrastructure.
Absolutely.
I'm always amazed at the scale and complexity of Micron's internal infrastructure and also the infrastructure of our customers that drive us to deliver some of the world's best memory and storage products. What do you hear from customers in terms of the pain points that you're trying to solve for them?
Yeah, in fact, the number one thing that we always hear is managing at scale. Data is growing, in fact, doubling every 18 to 24 months. And now imagine that rapid data growth and still having to provide the same SLOs around performance, around resiliency. It's hard for our customers to manage. So that comes up often in our conversation with customers. Then second one that comes is the fragmentation of data. Now data is everywhere. You have at the edge, at the core, in the cloud. You also have in your SaaS applications. Now how do you provide a consistent governing model for all of this, right? And this is another big challenge that we hear from our customers. Then ransomware attacks have become a lot more common. Customers are looking for solutions which are not bolt-on and not focused on recovery, but more on protection and blocking in real time. That's another one comes up often. Then it's also about data regulations. Now every country has some data sovereignty requirements. There's GDPR, there's other such regulations. So that's another one that comes up often in our conversations.
Sure.
And the last big one that we hear is the total cost of ownership. This is, as the data grows, the cost continues to grow, and customers are looking for more denser, more performant drives and options to really keep the cost under control, right? And this is where we often see the value of a dense NVMe SSDs that Micron provides to our customers.
Thanks. It's not easy having to deliver the security, the protection, the governance of the data, trying to make it available, and yet also pushing the performance.
That's right.
Because all of that management on top tends to slow things down, right?
Exactly. And I'm also curious how much I just described matches with Micron customers. What are you hearing from your customer base?
Sure. So it's TCO I hear about all the time. And some of the biggest pain points in data center customers are at the macro scale. So a lot of customers' storage is still on hard drives today. Actually, only about 1 out of 10 bits in the data centers worldwide is on SSDs versus hard drives. And hard drives, for those who don't know, they're slow, but they're cheap. So people love them. But when you look at the total cost and some of the challenges that our customers are experiencing today, it's more than just direct cost of acquiring bits. There's, first of all, the power. Power is becoming a huge issue. We read about it in the news, you hear about it. There's not enough power to build all these new AI data centers. So that's one big part of it. Space is another, because the amount of space required to cram all of that computing power for next generation data centers to be able to scale out, like you said, and network it together does require a degree of limited footprint. And so these are some of the big challenges that we see in the market today. And because of that, people have been very interested in some of our higher capacity drives. In fact, we just released our 60 terabyte drive.
Oh, nice.
I think at some point we'll be working with you on that one. But in that 60 terabyte drive, we actually are able to deliver twice the capacity in only a quarter the amount of space
Very amazing.
of a hard drive. So that footprint consolidation helps a lot, the energy savings, and we see that TCO benefit in some of the earlier applications where performance matters, like in AI, ML types of training applications that were traditionally hard drive, but are starting to move increasingly towards SSD. Now, speaking of AI, ML, it's something that I know you have a rich portfolio of solutions addressing. What offerings do your customers want in the AI, ML space, and what are you doing to address it?
Absolutely. AI is the hot topic. And Nutanix offers an enterprise AI platform. It's called NAI, and it is built to simplify the deployment and management of Gen AI applications. This platform integrates with model providers like NVIDIA NIMs or Hugging Face, right, to quickly being able to connect to these models. And also, it provides the monitoring for all the models, the API endpoints, the Kubernetes infrastructure. So it's a full holistic solution for deploying Gen AI solutions. Wow. But we are not limited only to Gen AI. The classical AI, which is your predictive AI, your classification AI, like if you're using a self-driving car, ability to detect images, we cater to all these other use cases as well. We provide a broad range of GPU-powered servers and our high-performant Nutanix unified storage to take care of these applications. In fact, very recently, we participated in the MLPerf benchmark, which is the benchmark for storage performance. And Nutanix unified storage was ranked #1 for ResNet 50 image classification workload. We were able to saturate 1,056 GPUs with our solution.
Wow.
And that's massive.
How many nodes does it require to saturate that many GPUs?
So this one we ran with 32 nodes.
Okay.
Now we could go even more.
Wow.
We were more limited by amount of hardware we had, but we could go even more. So
running these benchmarks can become quite expensive.
Absolutely. And again, it's a scale-out solution, so you could go even more. But that's what we led with, and it was able to saturate and lead the benchmark. Like the next closest was not even 512 GPUs powered there.
Awesome.
Yeah. So as you can see, like we have a very comprehensive suite of offering, not just for Gen AI, but also for the classical AI use cases.
Vishal, thank you so much for coming today, for sharing with our audience all about Nutanix's solutions, what's happening in the industry, what's happening with customers, your wealth of information, and greatly appreciate the partnership.
Absolutely. Pleasure was all mine. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you.